But that one was the one, but it was for the wrong, it had the wrong result. It made him a very, very dangerous man. And, you know, you could see how intense he was on wanting to go out there. And even when he was throwing in early in the fight, when he was throwing counter punches, I've never seen him throw with that kind of, like Mike Tyson used to say, bad intention.
Any kind of success or any kind of result, especially after that performance. Usyk's getting better and better. He just improves every time he fights, and now he's bigger and thicker set, 20 pound heavier tonight than what he was when he beat Usyk.
In a recent training video, Usyk looks sharper than ever. His workouts aren't just tough, they're completely different from what most fighters do. These unusual routines seem to boost his awareness to the point where he can spot punches before they even land. Every move he makes is calm, precise, and almost unreal. It's this rare style of training that makes him so hard to hit and why no opponent has ever had an easy time with him. A lot of people questioned whether Usyk could still hold his own against younger, stronger heavyweights. Going into the rematch with Daniel Dubois, the pressure was on. But instead of backing down, Usyk delivered a flawless performance that shut everyone up. His timing, footwork, and calm control stood out the entire fight. As Russ Somber noted, Usyk had a point to prove on, he proved it. He dictated the pace, picked Dubois apart with accuracy, and reminded everyone that he's still one of the best in the heavyweight game. This wasn't just a win, it was a clear message. Usyk is still on top.
I was surprised.
Yeah.
I was surprised because I had never seen him so intent on wanting to knock somebody out. You know, like it's the quickest knockout he scored, I think, in his professional career.
Yes,
I'd
even
have
at
to look
cruiserweight.
at it. Yeah, I'd have to look to be sure, but you know, it's the quickest knockout he scored. He was a man on a mission.
Yeah.
He was really personally hurt and offended by the remarks made by Team Dubois.
Yeah.
By George Fox, Don Charles' son. By Don himself, questioned. I think the straw that broke the camel's back was questioning Usyk's faith.
Yes.
Now you could question a lot. You can question his skill, question boxing, or whatever you want. Questioning his faith, bro.
Yeah.
That was something that really hit a chord, and you don't often, you know, Tyson Fury couldn't get to
no, he tried every head game in the book.
But that one was the one, but it was for the wrong, it had the wrong result. It made him a very, very dangerous man. And, you know, you could see how intense he was on wanting to go out there. And even when he was throwing in early in the fight, when he was throwing counter punches, I've never seen him throw with that kind of, like Mike Tyson used to say, bad intentions.
Yeah, bad intentions, yeah.
He was throwing with bad intentions, yeah.
Usyk's legacy isn't just about boxing, it's about character. At the height of his career, he chose to defend Ukraine when war broke out, stepping away from the spotlight to serve his country. While others looked for safety, he stood firm. That decision earned him deep respect and showed the world he's not just a champion in the ring, but a true patriot. Once overlooked by some British fans and fighters, Usyk is now seen worldwide. As a once-in-a-generation talent, he never asked for respect, he earned it, with his skill and his courage.
Usyk's involvement in the war began when he enlisted in the Ukrainian Territorial Defense Forces after the Russian invasion. His decision to fight for Ukraine has had a profound impact on the country, making him a symbol of hope and resistance. Usyk's presence on the front lines has boosted the morale of the Ukrainian military and civilian population alike. So this man kept his heavyweight championship, continued to be heavyweight champion, no losses, nothing on his record, and still went and defended his country during war. Given that, you gotta give him the greatest heavyweight fighter of all time. His accolades inside the ring match it. But now that I find this out, that the man was in the front line, and they said that even after the Fury fight, he was keeping in contact with the soldiers, and he was, boosting the morale and boosting his countrymen and raising money for the war, regardless of the politics, whether the war should be going on or not and who should be killing who, it don't matter. The man went to war.